I mean, you can't say welcome to Atlanta without seeing the mayor when you touch down in the A, the president, the mayor, the governor, the city councilman, all of that, man. We got JD joining the tour. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Chilling, man. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
No doubt, no doubt. The last time I saw you, you were up in New York with Mulatto, Miss Mulatto. Rap Game season 1 had just ended. Now we got season 2 on deck, man. How's it been so far?
Crazy. A lot of emotions, a lot of different people like different people. A lot of cities represented on 2 different than 1. We got 2 kids from New York, one girl from Chicago, one of the kids is from LA, and then one of the kids is from Baltimore. So the cities is different. They represent, the representation is for filling the different cities and how the show is moving. It's moving great to me.
Is it gonna be tougher this season to pick a somebody that you as a clear cut, winner?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is the winner of season 2 is based on it's still based on overall. You got to look at the overall picture of it. But it's a lot of favorites this season. A lot of favorites. But people got to remember, when I pick the winner, it's based on the overall, how I saw what happened in episode 1 and how I saw what happened in episode 4. And, I put all of it together and try to figure it out.
True indeed. Now, you got a lot outside of that. You got a lot going on. I see you making a lot of music again, dropping a lot of music. You just dropped something with Brat, right?
Yeah. I did the Essence Fest like a couple of months past. Mariah asked me and Brat to come out and do a couple of remixes that we probably never performed before. And the reaction of the crowd and the reaction of people talking about us coming out said something to me that said that, maybe me and Brat, Brat had got incarcerated, so she went away for a minute. So we didn't get an opportunity to probably do as much as we needed to and much as what people wanted. So I decided to make a mixtape called Business as Usual. And it's just me and Brat. And we got a couple of guests here and there, but for the most part, it's just me and her on all the songs. And I was going to put it out as like one whole mixtape, but then at the same time, I started seeing like, just drop records. Like, we in a different world right now. It's not, let's do it something different. So I'm dropping another record tomorrow too.
Awesome. We dropping it today on Hip Hop Nation. That's what we gonna do.
Yeah. So, keep looking out. We're gonna keep dropping records every week. Try to, at least, anyway, as long as they hot.
No doubt. How's Brat's since she's been back, been on the scene? I've seen she's doing some stuff with radio, and I've seen her on the Rap Game, man. How's she been since she's been back? Is she fully like acclimated back to everything?
Yeah, for the most part. Brat came home and, she got on, she's on the Ricky Smiley morning show. She does the TV show, The Dis Nation. She was on an episode of Empire. And she's on every episode, on damn near every season of the Rap Game. Going into season 3, she will be on there as well. So she pretty much, she came home and got right to work and got right into the mix of doing a lot of different things that probably people didn't expect her to do, but are smart things. Like her being on Dish Nation is not a bad look. And Brat, she can speak well. You know what I mean? And a lot of times people don't understand that if you can speak very well and you articulate, you should use that a little bit differently than what you're doing with it. So to see her doing that, and that wasn't like my idea or anything like that, I'm very, very happy to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually watching it last night, and I was like, not to say, oh, she's so well spoken, but it gives you a different side of just seeing her as an artist and seeing her spit. You know what I'm saying? It definitely opens it up. Now, talk to me about some of the new signees, man. I see you doing big things out here as usual.
For the most part, all the new signees are pretty much young, new talent from the Rap Game. And then I signed We Are Tunes because of the dancing stuff. And I feel like it's all incorporated with the same thing. So anything that's got something to do with the young generation, I feel like I want So Def to be that label that all the young kids and all the young generation of young rappers and young producers and all of them, that they want to be on So Def, and they understand that that's the label that understands what they're trying to do, and I can see it immediately. If it's genuine, I'm gonna work with it and do what I gotta do with it.
No doubt. Listen, JD is here. Hip Hop Nation. Now we are down in BET. I'm sorry, we down in ATL for the BET Hip Hop Awards. Man, talk to me about. Talk to me about, every year your city gets lit up with people coming through, and it's parties and it's nightlife and it's strip clubs and it's obviously the awards. Man, just talk to me a little bit about how ATL turns up when everybody comes to town.
I mean, just the greatest city for this. It's so amazing to see this happen because I was here prior to this even happening, and I used to tell Stephen Hill all the time, like, yo, you need to bring the BET Awards to Atlanta. And they used to look at me like, you crazy, why? What's going on in Atlanta? And, just to see it happening is like, it's almost like a dream come true. So, the city turns up, all the clubs is popping. The whole city makes a lot of money during this weekend, and the real mayor, Kasim, understands what this is, you know what I mean? And I think that's important to have people in office that understand the culture, right? That's why voting is important, to make sure that you got people that understand what our impact means to different things like that. So, we got the best mayor and we got the best second mayor, and it's it's a great thing to have everybody in town. One of the things that I'm doing this year is that when BET does come to town, all of the adults get a chance to have a good time, like you said, the strip clubs and this, that, and the third. But I got a teen show, I'm doing a teen-only party, a teen-only rap game party with Miss Mulatto performing. We Are Tunes, Nia K, D-Lo, young DJs, and it's just a party for teenagers because they don't really have anything that they can do. And all of the rappers want the teenagers to listen to their music, but they don't really throw nothing for them. So I'm doing that.
JD is brilliant, and I don't just throw that word around. Brilliant when it comes to understanding the younger generation in that market and really tapping into it, man. I think from day one, that's something that you were just blessed with. I know the last time you were on the show, we talked about it. But I just love to see it, man, continuing on. And, with everything going on with all the parties, nobody thought, no light bulb went off to do a team party, man, except for JD. Now shifting gears a little bit, because you did speak on politics a little bit, man. Talk to me about where we are in the world right now, and especially with this upcoming election coming up.
I mean, we just gotta vote. You know what I mean? We are in a situation where we all must let our voices be heard, because if we don't, we could be in a world of trouble, and it'll be too late to complain at that particular point in time, because you definitely will be heard. A lot of people don't believe that if they vote that it's even going to be heard, but I think Barack should have shown you that was it's a turning point out here. So people definitely need to go vote. And if you don't like what you see, then make sure you go and make something happen.
What do you think we can do to get some change? I mean, I see a lot of artists. I believe Puffy was one saying that we should hold our vote until the candidates come in and really talk to us and talk to some of our issues. What do you think that we can do in our communities? Obviously, outside of just the election, there's a lot going on with police and civilian relations, and a lot of senseless killings, and now we getting this whole sports. A lot of athletes are getting involved and letting their voice be heard.
I think you got to take stands, basically, like what the guys are doing in sports. It's not, whether it's good or bad, it's they taking a stand. And I feel like whether it's politics or anything, you got to take a stand in what you feel should happen. Me, I take a stand every day to try to make people believe in my art and believe in my love for young talent out here, and this, that, and the third. And a lot of people look at me like, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be worrying about this artist. You should be worrying about this artist. And I'm like, I'm more into new talent. I was having a conversation with Kanye like night before last, and Kanye said, JD, I'm almost too famous to be creative. And what he meant by that statement was that people don't expect you to be like, go and do something for a new artist ain't got a name yet when you got a big name. They expect you to just work with the names, right? So when you go and you reach back and you grab somebody like We Are Tunes, people look down on me like, why are you grabbing them? Like, get what they do? What is it? What's going on? And they don't understand that is the lifeline to continue to keep finding new talent. That's the only way the music business is gonna survive.
That's it, man. Words from the man, JD, one of my favorite artists, producers, businessmen, writers, just overall super duper dope. I'm sure you got that from this interview. JD, now I definitely be using the drop. Y'all know what this is, but I need you to throw into something, man. Anything you want to hear right now in Hip Hop Nation.
Man, yeah, let me hear that. Me and Brat, Alexander McKaylee, produced by Timbaland, right here. Y'all know what that is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you a real one. Let me get it right. Y'all know what this is. You know what I mean? So right here on Hip Hop Nation.
JD, live from BET, ATL. You know how we do it, baby.